The Diary of Samuel Pepys, 3rd of June 1661. To the wardrobe, where, discoursing with my lord, he did instruct me as to the business of the wardrobe, in case, in his absence, Mr. Townsend should die, and told me that he do intend to join me and Mr. Moore with him as to the business, now he is going to sea, and spoke to me many other things, as to one that he do put the greatest confidence in, of which I am proud. Here I had a good occasion to tell him, what I have had long in my mind, that since it has pleased God to bless me with something, I am desirous to lay out something for my father, and so I pitched upon Mr. Young's place in the wardrobe, which I desired he would give order in his absence, if the place should fall, that I might have the refusal, which my lord did freely promise me, at which I was very glad, he saying that he would do at the least. So I saw my lord into the barge going to Whitehall, and I and Mr. Creed home to my house, whither my father and my cousin Scott came to dine with me. And so we dined together very well, and before we had done, in comes my father Boyer, and my mother, and 4 daughters, and a young gentleman and his sister, their friends, and there stayed all the afternoon, which cost me a great store of wine, and were very merry. By and by I am called to the office, and there stayed a little. So home again and took Mr. Creed and left them, and so he and I to the Tower, to speak for some ammunition for ships for my lord. And so he and I, with much pleasure, walked quite round the Tower, which I never did before. So home, and after a walk with my wife upon the leads, I and she went to bed. This morning I and Dr. Pierce went over to the Bear at the Bridge's Foot, thinking to have met my Lord Hinchingbroke and his brother setting forth for France. But they being not come, we went over to the wardrobe, and there found that my Lord Abbot Montague being not in Paris, my lord hath a mind to have them stay a little longer before they go. The 4th of June 1661. The comptroller came this morning to get me to go see a house or two near our office, which he would take for himself or Mr. Turner, and then he would have me have Mr. Turner's lodgings, and himself mine and Mr. Davis. But the house did not like us, and so that design at present is stopped. Then he and I by water to the bridge, and then walked over the bankside till we came to the Temple. And so I went over unto my father's, where I met with my cousin John Holcroft, and took him and my father and my brother Tom to the Bear Tavern, and gave them wine, my cousin being to go into the country again tomorrow. From thence to my Lord Crewe's to dinner with him, and had very good discourse about having of young noblemen and gentlemen to think of going to sea as being as honourable service as the land war. And among other things he told us how, in Queen Elizabeth's time, one young nobleman would wait with a trencher at the back of another till he came to age himself, and witnessed in my young Lord of Kent that then was, who waited upon my Lord Bedford at table, when a letter came to my Lord Bedford that the earldom of Kent was fallen to his servant, the young lord, and so he rose from table and made him sit down in his place, and took a lower for himself, for so he was by place to sit. From thence to the theatre, and saw Harry the Fourth, a good play. That done, I went over the water and walked over the fields to Southwark, and so home and to my lute. At night to bed.